Hi guys, it's Jada.
And it's Ashley.
And it's Maya.
And we're with our first episode of Let's Really Talk About It. So today we're going to be into the topic of black hair. And I'm not talking about the color. I'm talking about the style, the texture. I'm talking about ouch, burn, pain. I'm just talking about
braids. We're talking about everything. Braids.
Perms, relaxers.
Wigs. Weeds.
I'm talking about your arms hurting.
I'm talking about preference.
I'm talking about wash day.
Wash day. All of that.
So we're just going to get into that, and it's just going to be a conversation. So, yeah,
let's talk about it. All right, so let's talk about it. So first, maybe it might help that what sparked our conversation. So there was a clip, I guess a reel circulating on Instagram, and it was kind of concerning. Young little black girl was talking about hair depression, and her statement was, "Okay, I don't want to kill myself now because my hair is done."
And I feel that on an extreme extent, actually.
Right, and I think that's the psychology behind when my hair is not done. If my hair is not if it's not kept in a certain style, if it's not groomed in such a way, I don't feel like living. Like, that was huge.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to participate in life because my hair is just not where it needs to be.
Yeah, well,
so that was big for me. And I was like, oh, wow.
Well, I don't like when my hair is out, I don't feel like doing anything. Like, it's something about it not being done and me knowing it that just makes my body like, why even go out in the world? Why would you let somebody see you not even done? Because it makes me feel like
you're undone?
Yes. Like, I feel like there's something missing. Like, there's a part of me that just looks so bad that it messes up everything else.
So I guess what I'm getting at then is where is it that your natural state, how you are with the strands that naturally grow out of your scalp, right? They grow without permission, without any kind of help or assistance. When did that become not okay? And who made you feel that way? Like, who did it? Was it in your household? Did you ever hear me say anything? I want to know where did where was that birth? Like, if my hair is not done, or basically if my hair is not done, what is the definition of if my hair is not done?
Okay, well, first you got to think, what do you mean by your natural state? So what I do when I have out of braids, I used to like when it's that braid out, that, your braids have been in for a couple weeks and then you take it out and it's curly, but then it's dirty. And, people are talking about like, ooh, that look crusty, ooh, it's dirty. And then you think like, oh, well, if somebody get close to me and hug me, can they smell it? Does it smell weird? So then it makes you put on a bonnet. But if you put on a bonnet and a scarf, you can't wear that out the house because then you look raggedy. So I'm going to look raggedy if I have this bonnet on or if I have it out because it's not done. So it's like, we got to worry about that. And then in taking the braids out, it's so much to even plan before you take the braids out. You got to figure out, if you take the braids out, how long it's going to be out before it's in a new style. You got to get it deep conditioned. Is it time for a treatment? Is it time for your ends to get clipped? And do I want to do it? Do I want to wash my own hair? Do I want to schedule it?
And then if you schedule it, are they going to be able to get me in as quick as fast enough as I need to be getting in? Because then it's like, like you said, how long is my hair going to be out before it's done again?
Right.
So it's this thing where you tolerate. So what I'm hearing is you're tolerating your natural hair.
Yeah.
For a period of time, and then after you tolerate it for that period of time, then it's time to go back into a style.
Right. And when you say natural hair, do you mean like, okay, it's washed and I put nothing in, like I don't do no blow dryer, no nothing, I just have it washed? And
or basically, when I'm saying your natural state, I'm talking like done absolutely nothing to it. You just woke up. Like you woke up. There was no braids. There was no weave. There was no wig. There was no flat iron. There was no blow dryer. It's whatever. When you had let the water hit it and it did whatever it did and then it dried. Maybe that's what I mean by natural state, because that's not a thing.
I will never believe that that's a thing for our hair.
So you don't think we could do wash and goes?
I think we can do wash and goes, but you're saying if you wake up,
jump in the shower, I wash it, I go. I'm literally, when I say wash and go, it's still something you gotta
detangle it. I gotta make sure there's some stuff in it to make it moisturized, because it's gonna dry during the day, and when it dries, it's a whole different thing than when you left the house. So there's constant manipulation. You gotta do something to your hair. You know Soul Glow.
Mm-hmm.
They constantly put that. Yeah, it dries over time. Our hair.
Let your soul go.
Like, that's real. And if you want to be my guest, but make sure you got that water bottle in your purse. You need to make sure it's sprayed.
I'm loving it. You got to. I mean, it needs moisture.
It does, but
it needs moisture.
To do that every day?
So instead of having to do that, it's put it in a style. Put it in a weave. Put it in a wig.
To just take
put
your
it in some braids.
Put your edges, do your edges and stuff, and go out with it today.
So Maya, you've been quiet. I want to know, what do you feel about your natural state? You know how when we take your braids out, and you be like, oh, ma, put it in a bush ball. Oh, ma, I just want to wear it out. And I go, no, girl, we got to do something with this. How did you, because I do that, don't I? I be like, we got to do something with this, Maya. And you be saying to yourself, no, we really don't, because I could just walk out the door like this. So it's that reminder from, because my mom used to be the same way. It was like, girl, you better not touch that door until you comb your hair, brush your hair, so there was this constant reminder, like, wait a minute, I can't just leave my house. The whole idea of a messy bun, that was never my reality, ever.
I don't think that's anybody's reality for anything if they're black.
But if you're black, like you said, so is it an ethnicity thing?
Well, before Maya goes,
so
I just want to say, let's just talk about the average, like, let's just say me versus my age group, right? I'm 16 years old, waking up for school, versus a white girl. And I'm going to say it's with my hair is, I did that little braid thing that I do. I put it in like 4 plaits, put it in
your braid out.
Mm-hmm. All right. So first of all, I already got to put in 45 minutes in front of me just for my hair. That's not even including brushing my teeth, washing my face, getting my clothes out for school, packing my lunch, going out the door. That's 45 minutes just for hair. Because I know, let's just say what I was going to do doesn't even work. So now I got to swap.
You got a second plan, like plan B.
Exactly.
Like what happens now.
Yeah. So now, let's go to the Caucasian girl. Her hair, she slept on her hair. All she got to do is comb that up and put it in a ponytail and it's done. She didn't have to put 45 minutes into her routine. She's fine. So, it's like, why don't I want to be fine too? That's my braids. I can be her with braids. Or with a style.
Because that's you waking up, taking your silk scarf off. Because don't forget, we got to wrap our hair up every night with a silk bonnet. Not unless you're sleeping on a silk pillowcase. If not, you're going to lose moisture.
Right.
So let's back to you, Namaya. What does it feel like when you have an idea of how you want to wear your hair and it's in its natural state? Like, we just took your braids out. Ma, I want to put my hair in a bush ball. Or, Ma, I want to wear my hair out. You tell us what you experienced.
Well, when I have to take my hair out, it's like, so like last time when I took my hair out, my sister had to wash it, and when she was starting to blow dry it and comb it, it started hurting, so I started crying, and I was like, and I just needed to take a few breaks, but I took a lot of breaks because I kept crying because she kept tangling me.
So you needed multiple breaks and multiple cries.
Yeah, so that's more time.
Through that whole process.
And then my
versus
mom
just keeping the braids in.
And then my mom had to come in, and she did a little bit of them because it was only like a little bit more
at the top. Yeah.
Her at the top, because she did most of this whole diagonal part, and then there was a square right there. So my mom did that, and she like.
Well, how's that whole wash detangle experience?
Well, when she washed my hair, she got soap. She got soap in my face, and then she splashed me with water when I got up, and after that she went downstairs, got me in the sink, and rinsed my hair out, and then I came back upstairs. I went in my mom's bathroom.
Oh my God! Can we get to the point?
The question
is how
did you
the hair experience.
I experienced tangleness.
No, I'm saying the detangle process. That's the part that you just can't get with.
I can't get with.
You can't get with it. And so my thing is this. The question is, how do you feel with having your natural hair out? Like, what
I feel.
Would you much rather have it in braids or in a style where it's not being touched every day than to have to go through that detangling process, the combing process, the spraying of the moisturizer and all of that kind of stuff, than to have it in braids?
I'd rather have my hair in braids because then I can keep them in and then I can take them out. But I usually like to give
You want to give your hair a break.
I want to give my hair a break sometimes, and I like to let my big hair, because I have poofy hair, and
you like to have your big hair look going on.
Well, I would like to know. So, would you rather braids, or do you like when your natural hair is out?
I would rather have both because sometimes I like having my hair out, and sometimes I like braids, and then sometimes
All right, y'all. So the whole moral of Maya's story is she can't choose if she likes it or not.
Oh my God. So this is what I'm getting at.
No, we got it.
But I also think that when she takes those braids out and she get to wear that, like she said, her puffball, she likes it that first day because it's like, okay, all of the detangling has been done. But then that next day, when it's time to do that ponytail again, she be sitting there going, oh God, I forgot she got to comb my hair. And then we get to like day 3. Mom, when is my appointment? When do I go back to get braids? Because it's like every day. And I said, Maya, when your hair is out, it gets combed every single day. Every single day. Because not one day can be missed, or else we back at that same wash day detangle. Or worse, because it's now dry. So the dry phase, yeah. So let's switch gears a little bit, because now that explains, number one, the magnitude of caring for our hair in its natural state, right? So we much rather do something that's less time consuming, especially since we live such busy lives. You got to wake up and go to school. You got to wake up and go to school. I got to wake up, take somebody to therapy, then come back, get ready for work. All of those things. So we don't really have time for hair that requires time, basically. Switch gears a little bit, because there was another clip that I think you got to see. I don't think Maya saw it, but it was about a husband and a wife. And the wife and the husband had been together 9 years. And when he met her, she had a weave, Brazilian hair down her back. And in those 9 years, he had never seen her natural hair because she managed to maintain her weaves. At a point, I think she said the weave, the verbiage she uses, the weave went bad. 9 times out of 10, that meant that there had been some sort of reaction underneath. And you hear about this when people have worn tension producing styles for a long period of time. They start to experience alopecia as a result of that tension. So I don't know. I didn't get a chance to see the whole show. It was just that one clip. So I don't know what the actual reaction was that she experienced, but she decided that she would take her weave out and she would rock her natural hair. And apparently he came home from work that day, seen her with her natural hair out, and jokingly was like, "What you got on, a wig?" And she was like, "No, this is my hair." And he ran out. And she busts out laughing when she said it. She like, "Yeah, he ran out the house." And he was like, "Yeah, I'd much rather you wear the weave." So it was two things wrong with that for me. So I'm going to see how, we'll get to how y'all responded. But one thing for me was two things, actually. How is it that you did not know that underneath that weave was definitely not hair that looked similar to yours, since you are another black man, or another black person, rather, and you as a woman, to keep your natural hair from your husband for 9 years, that also says something about how she felt about her own natural hair. Not unless I'm reading too much into it. So here's where we get to preference, right? Because both of y'all talked about, I much rather have my hair in a style where I don't have to touch it, just due to the maintenance, that magnitude of maintenance that my hair must go through, right? But how can we make sense of that scenario? You have a person who hasn't shown their natural hair, and then once it's shown, their loved one, somebody who's near and dear to them, because that's a spouse, says that I much rather you wear the weave. And she had a point in her life where she can't wear it no more because of whatever reason. She said that, it wasn't good for her hair.
Well, I don't know how you can hide that for so long. And so that, first of all, it's one thing to like be like, oh yeah, we're dating, and it's not like we live together, so you wouldn't see it. But
That's a whole marriage, 9 years, right?
9 years.
Yeah.
So she hit it out all the time. There
Yeah,
was
she
no
hit
type of like having a break with your hair. I don't know. And see, I'm not gonna bash her because it could be something that she had with her natural hair. I just couldn't do it.
No, not at
I
all.
personally, like, that's not me. And maybe it's because I've been experienced. I've never, well, I've had bad experience with natural hair, but I've never bashed myself over my natural
Over your
hair.
natural
I've
hair.
never been embarrassed because of my natural hair, so I've never wanted to
Hide it.
Yeah, like, I
You
have no
kind of do it
reason
for convenience.
Right.
You do braids, you do weaves. It's a convenience thing.
Yeah.
It's not I'm hiding from what really grows.
Right, and everybody wants to look good and stuff, and sometimes you just can't do it with your natural hair, so you want to do it with something else. But maybe her preference was to have a straight hair. Maybe she never accomplished it with,
With her natural
hair, and she wanted to do it with something that she could just pop on, pop off.
Right.
But I mean, 9 years.
I just think there's well, you know me, because I take things all the way left. So for me, it was like a historical significance to all of that. And I get, but see, honestly, with the real, if you went back in the comments, a lot of that historical significance came through those comments. Because I was like, I know I'm not the only one, thinking on these lines. And I honestly think that we might need to have a part 2 to this conversation, because there's a lot of historical references that we can make to certain styles and hair and things like that. I don't know, Maya. I guess I could only make it make sense if, say, one of your friends made fun of your bush, or made fun of your puffball. Something that you really like, because you like your puffball. And you get in the mirror and you be like, oh my God, mommy, my hair is so big. Like, that makes you proud, right? Well, so what if a really close friend of yours just didn't like it and thought it was like unattractive, or in your case, ugly? How would that make you feel?
It would make me feel sad and sad because if you have a close friend who doesn't like your hair, you can't be friends with them anymore because they don't like your hair, and it's your natural beauty.
Absolutely, I agree. You said you wouldn't care?
Yeah, maybe I'm just at a point in my life where I just wouldn't care. Yeah, you know? And like,
What
I
you would
used to care.
You wouldn't care.
I wouldn't care.
I
I
just
used to
love.
care about other people's opinions, but why? Like, it's just like, I'm living my life. Why
Why
is
you
your
worried about
opinion?
How does your opinion even matter?
You know?
Absolutely. I love that for y'all. I really love that for y'all. I mean, the
like,
fact
and it
that
makes
y'all.
me upset sometimes. Like, why are you even saying that about me? And like I used to have my self doubts. Like, yes. But then it's like, ew. Because why am I gonna let a person like tell me how I feel about my hair? Why? And then like, why are we voicing our opinions? That's what I have a problem with today's world, because why do we have the right to have, like, and to say it like somebody asked?
Opinions are like what people say. They're like buttholes. Everybody has them. You know, and unfortunately, what I love though, what I love, because I can tell y'all that through this natural, so let's just talk about this lock journey.
Yeah, I know that one.
Because I'm gonna tell y'all,
it's a preference.
It's a preference, but my preference again has been birthed out of options, because when the options don't exist, you're left to deal with your natural state, right? So let's rewind. I have been wearing that sleek ponytail for as long as Maya probably been alive. And in those years, I have damaged my hair to the point of almost not even having any.
And also, you've been told that you've been damaging it before further damage.
Absolutely. So I got to the point where it was just
a person who knew that they were damaging their
and
hair
kept doing it. But it was preference. I preferred the sleek ponytail over basically having hair at that point, because I had lost so much hair. I actually didn't even think that the hair in the back would even grow in. I have pictures of when it was basically all gone. It was like bald almost. And my stylist at the time was shocked that it even came back. She was like, okay, let's try to like not do this anymore. Like, let's not do this ponytail. Let's try even moving it in a different spot. Remember, because I was always wearing it low, moving it up. Let's do a high one. Let's take the tension off the back. And braids, you know me, my hair hit the floor with braids.
I think that was a result because of the ponytail.
You think so?
Yeah.
Braids have always pulled my hair out, though, even when I was younger. I never experienced what most people experience when they be like, oh my God, braids grow my hair. I put my hair in braids and it's down my back. No. Braids, my hair hit the floor. Anything that grows, when I take my braids out, comes out and more. Same thing with a weave. I get so irritated in my scalp that everywhere that I'm itching and scratching, when I take the weave out, it's hair loss. So I mean, I've just never been a person that could really take advantage of those options, technically. So I got to the point where it's either you come up with a long-term solution, Ashley, or you may not have hair. So locking it was legit kind of like my last resort. And it wasn't so much that I didn't want to lock it, because I like locks. You know, I remember I had got the faux locks. Now, faux locks took me out the game. When I took the faux locks out, my hair hit the ground, honey. And I was just like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. But I loved the look. It was beautiful. So I said, okay, cool. Locks? I could do locks. Until I realized growing locks, oh, that's why they call it a journey. Because, honey,
it's just every day.
Every day I was looking in the
yourself.
I was looking in the mirror. Reels. I was looking at Instagram. I was comparing and everything. But I'm going to tell you, something magical happened that month 4. Was it between month 4 and month 5? When that last retwist. Not this retwist, but the retwist before that. Something magical happened, and I remember getting out of the chair going, oh, my God, I could do this. This is beautiful. I love this.
And for everybody that's listening, that lasted about 3 whole hours, because it was next to looking at reels and being like, yeah, I'm combing this out. Like, Yeah. Let's be real, because
I'm gonna say that it's a struggle. It's a struggle. I can admit it is a struggle to accept this version of me, because the version of me that wore the sleek ponytail was a super confident. It was. I'm gonna say this: the way I looked in that sleek ponytail was the same way how you feel like you could face the day with your braids. I felt like I could roll out of bed. There was nothing to be done. I looked beautiful.
Okay, so what do you put this?
But my locks, I'm literally, when I tell you with my locks, I go back and forth between one day they're going to be long and I'll feel differently, to let me just comb these out and go get my sleek ponytail.
I think you should definitely keep one.
And I really feel like my hair has been the healthiest that it's ever been since it's been in locks. My length has I know it's doubled in length from day one to now. And that's only been, I guess I'll celebrate month 6 tomorrow, actually. No, what's today?
The 3rd.
Today's the 3rd, so tomorrow's Jay-Z's birthday. So then the 5th.
She had to add that one in there. She had to add that
one. So, Sean Carter was born December 4th. But no, December 5th will be my 6-month lock anniversary.
It's good. Clap it up.
Clap it up. Yes. I'm almost at month 6. And look at that. And y'all didn't believe me. Y'all thought that I was going to punk out at like week 2.
Again, I thought you were.
You're right. Yes. Y'all was on her side. Y'all was on her side. Did you think I was going to punk out and take my locks out?
No.
You didn't?
I thought you were going to grow them to be beautiful like those ones on Instagram.
Absolutely.
I will say I gave you a month.
You gave me a month. See? Look at that. She ain't have no faith.
I gave you this
but
whole year.
You gave me this whole year. Look at that.
She gave you the year. She didn't give you a lifetime. She gave you a year.
A year. But once I hit the year, that's it.
About to be 2 years.
Well, once I hit the 1 year mark, that's it. First of all, they're already locked. So ain't no real turning back at this point. It'll be a lot to comb out. That will be a journey. so I'd rather keep going. But I like this conversation.
Yeah, and I think that without the rambling, we definitely could have got to some of the other points we could have made.
My baby Maya. Yeah.
Oh no, you too, Ma.
I ramble.
Oh, you definitely. Like, I sound like I'm nitpicking.
You know what? You always so wait a minute. So you're the producer of the show.
I am a producer,
and you really probably need to come up with some note cards so that we can stay on topic.
Y'all keep talking about how I have ADHD. Maya went on the 3-book paragraph on how much she liked having both the hair out and with braids.
Oh,
and then you went from talking about the lady to then the history behind y'all.
I didn't talk about any history. I said we should have a part 2 because I think that there's a historical significance that we have not talked about.
Well, y'all, we don't want to hit the 30-minute mark, so we're going to stop it here. We're going to come back with a new and positive outlook. We're going to do part 2.
Part 2.
Because we're not finished.
We're not done, y'all. And let Maya share her last little snippet. Make it quick, please. Make it quick.
Guys, it's Maya here. So, you know when you get braids and you add extensions to them, if you come to school and you see one of your best friends and they be like, ew, that looks ugly, and you should totally get it redone, like all that, you should tell them that is not nice and go to the teacher and tell them that another your best friend was being mean to you, and then after that you should not be their friend. And
Maya,
thank you. My tip, Jada's tip of the day.
Oh my God.
When the braids say if you want to add extra length, keep it at butt. I saw somebody with ankle length singlets twist. Never again. When you sit down, you gotta put it in a bun. Okay? I don't know why this girl was walking around school like the floor ain't dirty. what do you do in the bathroom? It's wet and dirty.
Ew,
but,
that's disgusting.
Yeah, real
Ankle
disgusting.
length?
Ankle length braids.
Please stop
Simply
at butt.
Or twist.
Please stop
Please
at
stop
butt.
at butt.
Please stop at butt.
You can even do mid-thigh, but let's
not. Let's not do ankle.
Yep.
All right, well, y'all, it's been real. And we hope that you enjoyed our episode. Join us for episode 2, I guess this is part 2.
Part 2 of episode 1.
Of episode 1. So, we see y'all.
Subscribe and hit the like button.
It's Jada. And it is Ash.
And it is Ryan in his house.
And this is Let's Really Talk About It.
Subscribe.